I call the City Commission of the City of Pahokee, regular commission meeting of Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026, to order at 6 p.m. May we please stand for the invocation provided by Commissioner McPherson, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Heavenly Father, we just thank you for another opportunity to come before your presence to conduct the business of this city, Father. Father, we ask that you saturate our minds and our hearts, Father, that whatever be done here today, that it be done to your honor and to your glory, Father, that it will be done in unity, Father. Father, we just thank you for all of your precious blessings, Father. I ask that you just keep a hedge of protection around the citizens of Pahokee, the law enforcement of Pahokee, the leaders of Pahokee, Father, and I ask that you just touch our minds and our hearts, Father, so we can commit this city unto you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mayor Babb.
Present.
Vice Mayor McDonald.
Present.
Commissioner Cowan-Williams.
Present.
Commissioner McPherson.
Present.
Commissioner Scott.
Present.
City Manager.
Present.
City Attorney.
Here.
City Clerk is present.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, Commissioners. Thank you, staff. And most importantly, thank our guests and our residents for being here today to participate and witness our deliberation of our commission meeting. City Manager, at this time, do we have any additions on an emergency basis?
No additions, but we do have one removal.
Okay.
Resolution number 2026-35 will be removed.
City Commission hearing there are no additions, but one removal. Resolution 2026-35. What is your pleasure?
Mayor Babb, I move that we accept the agenda as printed with the removal of item 4, resolution 2026-35.
Second.
It has been moved by Commissioner Williams and properly seconded by Vice Mayor McDonald for the acceptance of the agenda with the removal of one item. Call for questions. Hearing none, are you ready for a vote? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Cowan-Williams.
Yes.
Vice Mayor McDonald.
Yes.
Commissioner McPherson.
Yes.
Commissioner Scott.
Yes.
Mayor Babb.
Yes. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, Commissioners. Motion passed by unanimous vote. Next, we have presentation, proclamation, public service announcement, agenda items only at this time. At this time, City Clerk, do we have any public service card completed?
No, sir, not for this section.
Thank you. On the presentation, we'll have our city manager introduce the presenters as they are called forward.
We have the first presenter, Mr. Doug Crane, Director for Palm Beach County Library System.
All right. Well, good evening, City Council members, Mayor. Thank you very much for having me here.
Good evening.
For the record, my name is Douglas Crane. I am the Director for the Palm Beach County Library System, which is your library here in the city of Pahokee. With me tonight, I have two of our staff members who work there, Daniel and Jasmine. Jasmine's very familiar to you all. You recognized her a couple months ago. And we are very happy to be able to provide library service to your city. We've been actually able to do this since the late 80s when the city decided to join the county to provide the library service. Now, all of you received a packet. It's been placed at your areas, highlighting many of the exciting things that we're doing in our library system and many of the free services that we provide. Every one of your residents is eligible for a free library card, which they can use to check out any item in our collection, to access all of our electronic material. Plus, we also have a wide range of activities and events that happen at the branch that we would love to have all the residents come and join us. Also, your local library branch is also an early voting site. So when the elections come around later this year, you'll be able to go there and vote, both in the primary and during the general elections. So I typically, as I've been going around visiting all of the 24 municipalities within the library district, I have been doing a larger presentation, but given that you have a lot on your agenda tonight, I'm abbreviating it, and a copy of the presentation that I have been making to the other municipalities will be sent to you by email from the town clerk. However, what I want to do is highlight a few important items that I think the council will be interested in knowing about. The first is that we are continuing to provide our summer lunch service in partnership with the school district. And that is a free meal to any child 18 and younger. And it's being served at the Pahokee, well, of course, your Lula v. York branch. And it is available 11:30 to 12:30 every Monday through Friday throughout the remainder of the summer, except for the day that we're closed for holidays. So it's a wonderful opportunity for anyone who's looking for a free lunch to come on in and take advantage of that. This year, we are also undertaking our Rediscover Reading campaign. We're encouraging everyone, if it's been a while since you picked up a book just to read for pleasure, we invite you to do it this year. In fact, the County Commission designated 2026 as a year to rediscover reading. And I've been encouraging all the council and city and town councils that I've been speaking to have all their members join in. We have a free app called Beanstack that allows you to track your reading. You can put the books in, and we're trying for 1 million minutes of hours read for pleasure this year. Two significant things I want to share. First of all, and I know that the city is very familiar with this, is the property tax ballot item that's going to be on the November election. Obviously, there's been a lot of discussion about this. And for the library, since we are a dependent district under the Board of County Commissioners, we serve as sort of a tiny version of the county's general fund. For us, if the amendment is passed by 60% of Florida voters and becomes law, when it hits the 250,000 exemption level, the library system would lose about 1/4 of its current operating budget, which actually puts us in a better position than the general fund of the county library system, which has to prioritize the sheriff's budget and the constitutional officers. But obviously, a 25% budget reduction would be a significant impact. We are not sure exactly how we would take that into account yet, given that we have some time to examine the issue, assuming it passes. However, that could impact our ability to provide our full service hours, and we may have to pull back on some of our resources. However, we don't anticipate closing any of our locations. So at this time, we would believe that your city library would continue to operate. The other piece, though, on the other end, is that the Board of County Commissioners, at their meeting earlier this month, approved placing on the November ballot an item for residents of the taxing district, the library taxing district, to vote to authorize the county to issue construction bonds. It would be $175 million is what we're asking for approval. Now, that could be up to that amount. And that would allow us to proceed with our Library Expansion Program 3, which would allow us to do a renovation of every one of our existing libraries, and also allow us to create a new main library on the property on Summit Boulevard in West Palm Beach, where our current main library stands. It is our oldest building and is really past its useful life. So we would be able to produce a building that we're anticipating about 3 times the size of that. However, the money would be allotted with the Library Expansion Program 3 to do a renovation of your local branch. It was last renovated in 2005, primarily as a result of the damage from Hurricane Wilma. And and we're looking to do a renovation of it, and we're also going to see if there's a possibility to expand the building a little bit on its current site. We would have to have the architects and engineers come in to see if that's possible. But if it is, we would look to see if we could expand the footprint, primarily to give you a larger meeting room space and to provide more study rooms and some other amenities. As well, the County Parks Department will also be on the ballot for bonds, and you'll see both of those at the bottom. The difference is the County Parks Department is a whole county since they come out of the general revenue, whereas the library district is only for the voters who live in the district, which is all of the unincorporated areas, plus 24 municipalities, such as yours, which have chosen to get their library service from the county. So both those items are going to be on the November ballot, probably towards the end of the ballot. So just keep reading, and you'll find them at the end. With that, I know you have a lot of other items to discuss, but I do want to encourage you all, please come and visit your local library. We're open Monday through Saturday. We have 2 evenings a week where we're open, if I'm correct on those times. Yes? Which evenings are those again?
Monday and Wednesday.
Monday and Wednesday. And Daniel and Jasmine and the rest of the staff are eager to see you all. And they're also excited to come on out and participate in any of your city activities that go on. Just give us an invitation. We'd love to come out, sign people up for library cards, and just let them know about the wonderful things we do at the library. With that, I'll close my remarks and open it up for any questions that you may have.
Any questions from the commission? No question, but we appreciate the
Thank you.
presentation.
All right?
Very informative.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You have a wonderful rest of your meeting.
Thank you, sir.
And next, we have a presentation for the Little League basketball team. If you all would come up with the coaches, please. So between March and May of 2026, our 14U basketball team competed in the PAL Basketball League, finishing the regular season with a 5-2 record and securing 4th place overall. The team then advanced to the end of season tournament, where they won the championship and earned the title of tournament champions. On June 13th through 14th, 2026, the team competed in the AAU Summer Classic Basketball Tournament and finished with a perfect 4-0 record. Their outstanding performance earned them a first-place finish and the title of tournament champions. The coaching staff consists of Darryl Hill, head coach, Jonathan Smith, assistant coach, and Jayleek Mitchell, assistant coach. Let's give them applause.
Would the commission join me down so we can have a photo opportunity with the champions? And at a later date, we will certainly provide you all with a proclamation or at least a certificate for your accomplishments.
All right. So everyone look here first. 1, 2, 3. Or if I say Pahokee. Pahokee. Oh, wait.
Before we leave, I have Commissioner Scott, on behalf of the Pahokee City Commission, just a stand congratulation, and after that, we'll have at least the coach say a few words about his team.
On behalf of
city of Pahokee. I'd like to congratulate you guys on well played season. I hope y'all enjoyed yourself and had fun. And I'm glad to see basketball back. Thanks for being here. Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening. I just want to compliment these young guys. It's been a lot of hard work and dedication. So, I just want to say thank you for the way they compete and continue to compete. We got a tournament coming up this weekend in Wellington. So we're going to do our best, and I'd like to say thank you again.
This thing says New League Basketball.
And Mayor and Commissioners, it gives me great honor to recognize a group of agencies throughout Palm Beach County that stepped in to help Pahokee and its citizens out in our time of need. So these individuals, we have a proclamation for them honoring agencies and partners that supported displaced Parker Building residents from our city. So if you all would please stand.
The proclamation reads, whereas the City of Pahokee recognizes the importance of community collaboration, compassion, and coordinated response during the times of hardship and uncertainty, and whereas following the displacement of residents from the Parker Building, numerous governmental agencies, nonprofit organizations, community partners, and elected officials came together to provide essential assistance, resources, advocacy, and support, and the affected residents, and whereas Palm Beach County and partnering agencies played a critical role in coordinating emergency resources and connecting displaced residents to immediate assistance, including temporary Airbnb accommodations, ensuring residents had safe shelter while permanent housing solutions were identified, and whereas Palm Beach County Services partnered with agencies, and the City of Pahokee recognizes the dedication and commitment of more than 35 agencies and organizations, including but not limited to 211 Palm Beach and Treasure Coast, Florida, Rural Legal Services, Palm Beach County Water Utilities, Palm Beach County Community Services Department, Palm Beach County Division of Senior Services and Veteran Services, Palm Beach County Schools and School Board members, Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, PBSO, Palm Beach County Fire Rescue, Emergency Services, Palm Beach County Administrator and Office, Florida Department of Children and Families, DCF, Office of Community Revitalization, People of Purpose, Families First, Federation of Families, Transitional Living, South County Mental Health, CAP Government, Gulfstream, Goodwill Industries, Representative Meg Weinberger, and Office of Mayor Sarah Baxter, and Office of Senator Gail Harrell, and Office of City Commission and staff of the City of Belle Glade, the City Commission and staff of the City of South Bay, and the City Commission and staff of the City of Pahokee for their compassion, partnership, and unwavering commitment to serving residents of the City of Pahokee. And whereas in collective efforts of these organizations demonstrate the strength of partnership and the positive impact created when communities unite for support of residents in need. Now therefore, I, Keith W. Babb Jr., Mayor of the City of Pahokee, Florida, on behalf of the City Commission and residents of the City of Pahokee, do hereby recognize and honor all supporting agencies and partners of the outstanding service, dedication, and commitment of assisting Parker Building displaced residents. In official recognition whereof, I hereto set my seal and cause the seal of Pahokee to be affixed on this 23rd day of June 2026. Keith W. Babb Jr., Vice Mayor Isabel J. McDonald, Commissioner Cinquetta Cowan Williams, Commissioner Everett D. McPherson Sr., and Commissioner James H. Scott.
We'll have at this time the city manager call out the representatives from each of these organizations and present the proclamation. Afterward, we would have a representative say a few words if they would like, and then we will move on in our agenda items. And City Commission will come down also for a photo op and to help present these proclamations.
Vote.
As I call your name, will you come up, please, to receive your proclamation? 211 Palm Beach and Treasure Coast, Florida Rural League Service, Palm Beach County Water Utilities, Palm Beach County Community Service Department, Palm Beach County Division of Senior Services and Veteran Services, Palm Beach County School and School Board members, Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, Palm Beach County Fire Rescue Emergency Services, Palm Beach County Administrator and Office, Florida Department of Children and Families, Office of Community Revitalization, People of Purpose, Families First, Federation of Families, Transitional Living Program, Bridges Community Partner, Crossing Bridges, the Glades Initiative, the Homeless Coalition, South County Mental Health, CAP Government, Gulfstream Goodwill Industries, Representative Med Weinberger in office, Mayor Sarah Baxter in office, Senator Gail Harrell in office, the City Commission and staff of the City of Belglade, the City Commission and staff of the City of South Bay, and the City Commission and staff of the City of Pahokee. And one other, Hazel Lucas.
Okay, if everyone could turn their attention here. All right, it'll be tight, so get in like you like each other. All right, 1, 2, 3, one more. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I'm sorry, Madam Manager. Madam Attorney. Madam Clerk. One, 2, 3. And, I'm sorry. I need proof.
Excuse me, I would like to have one representative just say a few words. I'm going to start with the representative, House representative. But prior to that, quickly, I have our Vice Mayor again extend a congratulations to all the agencies for helping out.
So again, I'd like to take this opportunity on behalf of the city of Pahokee to thank each organization for making the contribution that you did in a time where we really needed your support. I'm sure it means everything to our citizens that you were able to step up, and certainly to us, because we could not have done it without you. Thank you again. Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening. Well, I am. Thank you for letting me say a few words, and I will be brief, I promise. But honestly, it takes a village, and that's what this is all about: is working together. And I'm honored that my team and I were able to help. And we're just getting started. So anything that we can do, you all know how to get a hold of me, and we'll keep working together. So God bless.
Yes, ma'am.
And I would mention that the Congressman representative started a fund for those residents too, her and her husband, and we really, really appreciate that. That was personal money that she took out of her own pocket to assist these residents in their problems and endeavors. Thank you so much for that.
And good evening to the mayor, vice mayor, the commission, and all of the other appointees that's on the dais tonight. I bring greetings and thank you from our superintendent, Superintendent Michael Burke, and all 7 school board members. We're thrilled to be a partner with the city of Pahokee. Whenever you need us, as we work with our community to make sure our children have everything that they need, the school district is here. And I love working with Peggy Boulay back there in the back. I don't know, she's somewhere here, on those calls to make sure we do what we need to do. Some of the people left, but we had some of the principals from Pahokee Elementary, Pahokee High School. They went to the homes and worked with the families to do everything that needed to be done. And I have this wonderful gentleman from Safe Schools. I want him to introduce himself and say a few words because he took a big lead in making a difference.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Orlando Vallis. I'm with the Department of Safe Schools McKinney-Vento program. We protect the educational rights of students and youth throughout the Palm Beach County School District experiencing homelessness. When we got called upon the day that I guess the families were removed from the building, we came down to Palm Beach. We came over from the West Coast to here, from the East Coast, to assist, and it was a great pleasure in making sure that the students were able to get back into school, get school supplies, provide them with toiletries, uniforms, anything that they needed. And that's just the daily work that we do, because our commitment to the students is our biggest main thing that we like to make sure we take care of. So thank you again for having us, and it's always a pleasure, and our door is always open to serve the community of Pahokee. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We are family. Always remember the school district of Palm Beach County, your A-rated school district of Palm Beach County, is always here for the city of Pahokee. Thank you.
Ms. Andrews, if possible, can you ask the assistant principal who's here with us today from Pahokee Elementary, and one of the teachers that supported as well that's here today? Yeah. No, just to stand and acknowledge that you came out tonight. That's it. Not, you don't have to say anything if you don't want to.
And this is the assistant principal for Palm Beach County School District. So wow, fabulous.
Yeah. I mean, we happened to be together when when footage came out of the students, the process, the people being evicted, and we just did what we had to do for our students. We don't get involved in politics and whose responsibility what is. We went and got our kids. We went to get our kids. We made sure that they weren't in that situation because they didn't need to be there. We made sure they had lunch. They got some clean clothes, they went to school, it was a normal day, as normal as possible. So we didn't do anything extraordinary, we just took care of our babies. We do that every day, so.
Thank you.
Yes, we're the team, the extended family, Palm Beach County School District. Thank you.
And from the city of Belglade, we have the newly appointed city manager.
Mr. Mayor, good evening.
Good evening.
Commissioners on the dais, good evening, and the city manager and staff. Listen, on behalf of my mayor, Steve Wilson, and our city commissioners, we are honored to help. When the call came, there was no hesitation. And, we're neighbors, and neighbors help neighbors. So anytime there's a need, we're there. Thank you.
Thank you. And the city of South Bay played a big part. They actually was located in this city of South Bay during this time. So I know the mayor helped with transports and other things of that nature. Anyone else from the community, representative from the agency, I need you to come up and just say a few words on behalf of your agency.
Good evening. I don't represent an agency. I'm a retired attorney, but still licensed, Hazel Lucas. And my family and I, we did pay for the IDs, birth certificates, for the residents in order to qualify for the county assistance. And we also gave Winn-Dixie cards, and we went to South Bay and drove a family over to 47th Street in West Palm Beach. So people know that if they need assistance or legal information, they can reach me, even though I don't work for Florida Rural anymore. But we're also going to, since that time, we've started a medical nonprofit, and my daughter, who's a dentist, is going to be bringing a dental event to the Glades. And so we will be reaching back out to you later on. And in October, she took me to Guatemala, and in 4 days, they serviced 800 residents. So we're hoping to do cleanings and extractions, and I've pleaded with her to give me at each site at least 3 to 4 free denture sets. So that's going to be something we're going to be working on in the spring.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and Commission. I'm Houston Tate, the Director of the Office of Community Revitalization with Palm Beach County. On behalf of Palm Beach County, it gives me pleasure to be here. We work real closely with a number of our county departments. Actually, we started off when you first had your fire. We worked with our fire rescue. We worked with the city to be able to provide food to those residents. We provided furniture. And it just so happened that when the park building occurred, we were able to establish additional resources. In fact, we reached out to a developer in Boca. They're a realtor, they're a developer, and it was just fortunate enough they had a number of homes that were being sold, so we were able to get furniture that was delivered from Boca, brought directly to the fine city of Belglade. We were able to reach out with City Manager Bryant. It worked. It's amazing how it all worked out. In addition to the furniture, we provided food. In fact, we serve out of Pahokee once a month at Pastor White's church. So any of those who are looking for food, come on out. And if there's any additional families that still require displacement, let me know, and we'll continue to provide the furniture to them. So thank you very much for allowing us to participate in this worthy cause.
Yeah, thank you.
Good afternoon, Susie Hammond. I'm the Area Supervisor, Federation of Families with Veri Jenkins. I would just like to say at the displacement of the families, we got a phone call saying that we had some families that were in need, even though they were from the city of Pahokee. We stepped right in. We prepared hot meals for them. We pay utilities, deposits, and we made sure that during the day we had programs where the adults could come and get a hot meal twice a day, the breakfast and in the afternoon lunch. Also, we partnered with other organizations, Mr. Tate, Ms. Meg here. Also, People of Purpose. Mr. Freeman is not here. He's at a Toastmasters meeting that he had to attend, but I'm here representing him. His organization also was there to support these families, and we are now still supporting some of those families, transportation, going to the doctor's office, Mr. Tate helping them assist with delivering furniture to these residents. So we are still here to support those that are in need. Thank you.
Good evening. On behalf of South County Mental Health Center, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to the City of Pahokee for this recognition. We are honored to stand alongside so many dedicated community partners who came together to support the residents affected by the Parker building displacement. Serving our community during times of need is at the heart of our mission, and we are grateful for the opportunity to assist those impacted. This proclamation reflects the power of collaboration, compassion, and a shared commitment to helping our neighbors. Thank you to the City Commission, city staff, and all community partners for your leadership and partnership. We are proud to serve the residents of the Tri-City region and look forward to continuing our work together to strengthen our community. Thank you.
PBSO, would you like to say just a few words? You was a big help, both you and Fire Rescue.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor,
Good evening.
City Commission, City Manager, City Clerk. Thank you very much for the recognition. So law enforcement is an arm of the community, and we're always happy to take any call and help any way we can through the foundation and any other resources that we can provide. So we're always happy when people reach out to us. And thank you very much for the recognition.
Thank you. Are there any other agency that would like to say a few words? Okay. Are there any residents who was affected by this would like to say anything? If you're here, don't want to put you on the spot, but if you want to say something, this is an opportunity to say anything that you would like to say. Okay, thank you. And again, thank all the agencies for all of your hard work and assistance in this. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, that concludes the presentations. That concludes the presentations.
Thank you. Just trying to let them get an opportunity to leave. Tim? Next, we'll entertain our consent agenda, which consists of the June 9th, 2026 City Commission meeting minutes. I'll entertain a motion for the approval of the consent agenda.
Mayor Bab, I move that we accept the June 9th, 2026 City Commission meeting minutes.
Second.
It has been moved by Commissioner Williams and properly seconded by Commissioner McPherson. Call for questions. Hearing none, are you ready for a vote? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Calvin Williams?
Yes.
Commissioner McPherson?
Yes.
Commissioner Scott?
Yes.
Vice Mayor McDonald?
Yes.
Mayor Bab?
Yes. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, Commissioners. Motion passed by unanimous vote. Next, we have old business, discussion of existing activities or previously held events, if any. City Manager.
There are none.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, we have public hearings and an ordinance. Our first ordinance is a second reading. Ordinances will be ordinance 2026-01. City Attorney.
An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Pahokee, Florida, amending certain sections of the City of Pahokee's Code of Ordinances pertaining to dangerous buildings, deleting outdated references pertaining to the city's former Code Enforcement Board, specifically amending Article 3, Chapter 6, Section 6-67, entitled Duties of Building Inspector and Code Enforcement Officer, amending Section 6-68, entitled Duties of Special Magistrate, deleting Section 6-69, entitled Liability for Damage Resulting from Enforcement of Article, suits amending Section 6-72, entitled Emergency Repair, Vacation, or Demolition, providing for adoption of representations, providing for conflict and repealer, providing for severability, providing for inclusion in the code, providing for an effective date.
Thank you, City Attorney. City Manager, could you give us a brief explanation?
This ordinance is presented for second reading to update the city's dangerous building regulations. The proposed amendments remove outdated references to the formal Code Enforcement Board, clarify the responsibilities of the building inspector, code enforcement officer, and special magistrate, and update procedures related to emergency repair, vacating or demolition of unsafe structures. These changes are intended to improve administrative efficiencies and ensure the city's code accurately reflects current enforcement practices.
Thank you, City Manager. City Commission, prior to taking action on this ordinance, I'll open this up for a public hearing on ordinance 2026-01. This is to allow the public to speak on this ordinance if they desire to. Are there anyone in the audience that wish to speak on this particular ordinance? Hearing or seeing none, I close the public hearing on this ordinance. And now, City Commission, having had ordinance 2026-01 properly read into the minutes by our city attorney, properly explained by our city manager, we properly had a public hearing on this ordinance. Now, what is your desire?
I move that we accept ordinance 2026-01.
Second.
It has been moved by Commissioner McPherson and properly seconded by Commissioner Williams for the adoption of ordinance 2026-01. Call for questions. Hearing none. Are you ready for a vote? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McPherson?
Yes.
Commissioner Calvin Williams?
Yes.
Commissioner Scott?
Yes.
Vice Mayor McDonald?
Yes.
Mayor Bab?
Yes. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, Commissioners. Motion passed by unanimous vote. Next, we'll entertain resolutions. We have Resolution 2026-32. City Attorney.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Pahokee, Florida, adopting a food distribution event registration and compliance application as set forth hereto in Exhibit A, providing for adoption of representations, providing for conflict, and providing for an effective date.
Thank you, City Attorney. City Manager, could you give us a brief explanation?
This resolution establishes a food distribution event registration and compliance application for organizations conducting food distribution activities within the city. The purpose is to provide a consistent process for event registration, promote public safety, and ensure compliance with applicable regulations, and enhance coordination between event organizations and city departments.
Thank you, City Manager. City Commission, having heard Resolution 2026-32, properly read into the minutes by our City Attorney, properly explained by our City Manager, what is your preference?
Mayor Bab, I move that we accept Resolution 2026-32.
Second.
It has been moved by Commissioner Williams and properly seconded by Vice Mayor McDonough for the adoption of Resolution 2026-32. Call for questions. Hearing none, are you ready for a vote? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Cowan Williams,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McDonald,
Yes.
Commissioner McPherson,
Yes.
Commissioner Scott,
Yes.
Mayor Bab.
Yes. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, Commissioners. Motion passed by unanimous vote. Next, we entertain Resolution 2026-33. City Attorney.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Pahokee, Florida, authorizing the city manager to explore the establishment of a commercial facade improvement pilot program to enhance the appearance of commercial corridors within the city, directing the city manager to research, develop, and present a proposed program for commission consideration, providing for adoption of representations, providing for conflict, and providing for an effective date.
Thank you, City Attorney. City Manager, could you give us a brief explanation?
This resolution would authorize exposure of the development of a commercial facade improvement pilot program. The proposed program would be designed to encourage investment in commercial properties, improve the appearance of commercial corridors, support local businesses, and contribute to the overall economic vitality and visible appearance of the community. Any proposed program details should be brought back to the Commission for further consideration.
Thank you, City Manager. City Commission, having heard Resolution 2026-33, properly read into the minutes by our City Attorney, properly explained by our City Manager, what is your pleasure?
I move that we accept Resolution 2026-33.
Are there a second?
Second.
It has been moved by Commissioner McPherson and properly seconded by Vice Mayor McDonough. Call for questions. Hearing none, are you ready for a vote? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McPherson,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McDonald,
Yes.
Commissioner Calvin Williams,
Yes.
Commissioner Scott,
Yes.
Mayor Bab.
Yes. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, Commissioners. Motion passed by unanimous vote. Next, we entertain Resolution 2026-34. City Attorney.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Pahokee, Florida, authorizing the city manager to reject all bids for requests for proposals, RFP number 2026-01, for information technology services, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for an effective date.
Thank you, City Manager, City Attorney. City Manager, could you give us a brief explanation?
This resolution authorizes the rejection of all proposals received for RFP 2026-01 for information technology services. During the evaluation process, staff determined that several proposals, including the highest-ranked firm, plan to outsource core IT functions, which would limit direct oversight and responsiveness. Approval of this item will allow the city to pursue a technology service solution that better meets the city's operational, cybersecurity, and service delivery needs.
Thank you, City Manager. City Commission, having heard Resolution 2026-34, properly read into the minutes by our City Manager, City Attorney, properly explained by City Manager. What is your preference?
I have a question.
Go ahead. Yeah, Mayor Bab, I move that we accept resolution 2026-34.
Second.
It has been moved by Commissioner Williams and properly second by Commissioner Scott. Call for question, Commissioner Scott.
Yeah. Haven't we put this out for RFP? And did they interview?
Say that again.
Did they interview?
Yes. There was a selection committee that interviewed the representatives that submitted their proposals.
What happened?
They scored them and presented the information, and based on the interview and the questions that were provided, that's when we determined that a number of the vendors would outsource the solution. So instead of them providing direct service, they will outsource it to someone else.
So what happened to the IT person we already had?
He's currently still here.
So he wasn't interested in the job?
He was on the selection process as well.
And we
He
didn't
submitted.
select him, and we had him 7 years, and we didn't select him?
There were questions that were asked, and the committee rated them according to that, and so that's why we are rejecting the entire process.
He was number 2.
Listen, I personally never had a problem with the IT guy. And I feel that it's wrong for us to start switching people out when it's almost close to time for OIG to come through. Now we're coming up, we going down that same hole with not having no one available to answer no questions. I'm just saying, I personally disapprove of this. And I would, when we get through, I have a motion to make. Go ahead.
May I?
Yes.
We currently still have the current IT person. He's still serving in that position.
Well, we need to offer him a contract.
Any additional questions from the commission?
My suggestion, could we as a commission have a look at the proposal and the commission decide whether we want to move forward with all of the proposals?
Yeah, because we didn't have a choice. It's just what they say. I thought we make the choice.
May I, Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
Yeah. So as a part of your RFP process, you all are not doing anything outside of your process. You normally have a selection committee for our RFP process that's staff, and then they bring back a recommendation. However, if the commission wanted to do something different, you would just vote this down, and then another item would come back at another meeting on, the proposals that existed, or if you wanted to do something else or reconsider this. So it's really up to you all, but it's not anything that's being done that's improper, is what I'm trying to say.
Right. And I will say that if the city manager is, as a whole, based on the process and the selection committee, if they are not comfortable with the current applicants, she has more than likely an alternative that she would be presenting, and then we can take that into consideration also. There are some things where you may not even have to go back and do the process over if you piggyback off of, say, like a state contract or another agency contract. I'm just using that as an example, though, but I don't think she's going to leave the city without a proper IT agency to conduct that business. So I'm quite sure something is coming back to us. But in your consideration of looking over the applicants, there's nothing even wrong with that, having the commission do that if that's the desire of the majority of the commission also. So both of those ideas can be explored, or should be.
I have a question. What's the cost comparison? What would be the difference?
The cost comparison of all of the proposals that were presented.
Compared to selecting the service of the county. I know that we have a figure here that we're looking to pay if we elect to go with the county. But what would be the cost
I
comparison?
thought she can work that out.
And so that is why we remove that at this time, but all of the costs that we've seen would be less. And the provision of support services would be a lot more as well. And so when the entire staff and all of the city was mandated to take the cybersecurity class, there were quite a few things that were brought out, but that was recent, and this decision was made even before that, because there were opportunities that were not presented in the proposals that were reviewed, that presented for the RFP. And so we would put the city at risk if we did, further risk than what we are now. And so those are the opportunities that we're looking at now, or how we better secure the city and its properties and its systems and overall in general.
So we just giving the county, to me, I just feel like we just giving the county another foothold and taking over the city. Cause we just letting them come in again, when we should be trying to provide a service for our own city.
That is not the case. And so what we will do is present additional information to you
All right.
At the next meeting, where we'll have a full comparison to answer your questions. But we wanted to make sure we were really thorough in what we were presenting. But since this proposal has been in place for a while, this RFP, we wanted to ensure that we can present those who presented with the information needed, so they will know where we stand as far as the RFP.
Okay.
I just have one comment that I want to make. I did attend the that training,
Cyber
and I had a lot of questions during that training. And my concern is that I hear what the city manager is saying, and we've always said in the past, we've hired the city manager to do what's best for the city, and just know, hopefully she's making the right decision for the city, and we have to trust her on making the right decision for the city, and that she bring the information back to us that's necessary for the city. I'm hoping Commissioner Scott is not a piece where, the county is, we're doing anything for the county to come in and take over. I would hope that's not the case. And so we give her the opportunity to bring the information back to us, and we can look and see, the decision that is being made to make sure that we are getting the most bang for our bucks, and also being covered with what we need to be covered with as far as technology and what it is that we're needing for the city, and that we're putting the best decision for the city. Thanks.
Okay. Are there any additional questions? Hearing none. Are you?
Just want to make sure that includes, as I stated before, the information that we've already put out for the RFP, because I think if we put something out for RFP, we need to follow through and let the commission make that final choice. I'm in agreement with the comparison of everything and the quality of service, but I think it would be fair to look at all of them.
Okay.
So you said you'll have the comparison information at the next meeting?
Correct.
Okay. At this point, we have a resolution on the floor, and it's to reject at this time all bids requests. That's going to be what you're voting on, yea or nay, on that resolution. So are there any additional questions? Are we clear what we'll be voting on at this time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hearing no additional questions, are you ready for a vote? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Calvin Williams,
Yes.
Commissioner Scott,
No.
Commissioner McPherson,
No.
Vice Mayor McDonald,
No.
Mayor Bab.
Yes. Motion to reject Resolution 2026-34 failed. The prevailing sentiment is to this resolution to not pass. Okay, last we have,
Excuse me, Mayor Bab, I have a question. So because the motion failed, what do we do now as far as the RFP?
We have to vote on
that's a decision we will be making for a future agenda item, whether we're gonna look ourselves at all the information and we decide out of that group, or allow the city manager, based on her input from the panel, what they would like to proceed in doing.
Mr.
So
Mayor?
we have a choice. Go ahead on.
Yes, at this point, your only decision is considering, because you have to, the contract has expired. It's actually long expired, and so this was a service that needed to be RFP'd unless there is some other alternative like a piggyback or an interlocal agreement or something like that that would allow this type of service to be procured. But right now, if you reject all bids, then you all are saying you want to consider the current bidders, and you could do that at a future meeting, like you said, Mr. Mayor, where you have them come in. You could not have them come in. You could just select whatever you all decide to do, but you don't have the option of just going with somebody who's not in the process, in other words.
Right. And currently, we do have an IT, although that contract technically has expired.
That's why
he's basically on a month-to-month basis until we get something more permanent in place.
Which is actually outside of what it should be happening. So your manager was trying to get this to you all for consideration because it has expired, long expired. And so she was trying to do her due diligence to get it before you. So
I think at this point, we're expecting some additional information with regards to the comparison costs that she just mentioned for the next meeting. But again, a decision will need to be made with regards to what's going to happen. I believe July 1st
No,
is the date.
that is not the case. I spoke with him today, and he will continue on.
Okay.
And may I? Mayor?
Yes.
There is more to consider than the costs. So the services are paramount in this situation, that we make sure that the city is properly protected. We want to make sure that if there are any cyber attacks, any disasters, anything that occurs, that we are able to recover and recover quickly.
Okay. As we was told earlier, Resolution 2026-35 was removed from our agenda at this time to a later date. Next, we'll entertain new business, presentation by the city manager of activities of upcoming events, if any. And she has 5 listed. I'll have her take the lead in that.
We have from Palm Beach County Sheriff Office, report please.
So I'm Lieutenant Brad Sider. I'm the new executive officer here. So. Sorry, first time.
No problem.
So Brad Sider, I'm the new lieutenant out here for the Glades, the executive officer of 5, 11, and 12, which is the unincorporated areas of Bellglade, City of Pahokee, and the City of South Bay. I was born and raised here in Bellglade. I've worked most of my career out here. I recently promoted, and it's great to be back. I love the citizens of Bellglade, and I love working out here. So thank you for having me back home. The new business is overall crime is still trending down. It trended down in the month of May, and it's still trending down for the month of June. If there's anything we can ask the community to continue to help us with, is please lock your vehicle doors and remove all valuables. It is the season when school is out and things like that, so that's a big help to us if you continue to do that. We have increased our proactivity in our business and community checks and also in our traffic enforcement with it being summertime. We have multiple events going on through our community policing where we're providing mentorships to the kids and also programs with food drives and everything else that we continue to do throughout the summer, and we will continue to do that. That's all the business for now.
Thank you.
I just have one question or one consideration. Speeding, particularly on Bacon Point Road, is almost becoming a racetrack. They're driving really, really fast. I don't know if at some point we can get some type of digital speed sign to show the speed there. Maybe I'm saying on behalf of the city or the county, some kind of way we can hopefully maybe be able to do that or find a way to resolve that problem. I know we have a police vehicle station by the church there on Bacon Point Road, but that's something just concerning me. I live on Bacon Point. I see it every day, every evening, every night. They drive really, really fast there. I don't know why, but it's just maybe it's just becoming more of a habit of going on.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Speed is always a factor throughout the western communities and all of Palm Beach County, so thank you for bringing that to our attention, and we'll look into it.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Palm Beach County Fire Rescue, Chief Jerry called me before coming. She had to attend to an accident in Lakahatchee, so she was going to try to make it if she can, but that is where she is right now. The next item is a discussion and direction for recognizing J. Maria Richardson. This is the young trike star that Commissioner Scott brought up last meeting, but he needed direction on how to proceed with that.
That was Commissioner McPherson.
Oh.
I think Mr. Scott had made the initial.
He did, but
I think I just need to, basically, mainly what I was considering, I mean, that we need to recognize it because she's done something in this community I don't think has ever been done before, to compete in track and field on that particular level. And I didn't know the events was coming up that fast too, but I would have liked to have done something else for her. But at this point, I think all of the events are over now, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah, what we can probably do
But
is
a
maybe present
proclamation
a proclamation.
something real nice, yes.
At the
Just
city
recognize it.
commission meeting, formally congratulate her for her awesome success on track and field.
Yes.
Next on the list is our annual performance evaluation results for the city clerk.
I actually prepared a memo for all the commissioners through the city manager, and I was hoping to provide that to you all before the meeting. So the results for the evaluation was based on the 4 commissioners that evaluated the clerk. The evaluation tool was her scoring. I'm sorry, I had a memo and everything prepared for this, and it was provided to the manager to have for the commissioners, and I don't have it.
You will come back?
Yes, I would prefer if I could come back with that.
Right,
Yes,
right.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Just for information purposes, though, are you're taking 4 individual evaluation, which should occur, but are you going to combine them also into one overall with a
Yes.
rating score? That's how you plan on
That's
proceeding?
correct. So the score, I went by the resolution and the score sheet that was provided to you all at the last meeting. And technically, it should be 6 people evaluating the clerk. Should be all commissioners and the city manager. Vice Mayor McDonald did not evaluate her because she wasn't here during the evaluation period that you all agreed on. Commissioner Scott was only here for 2 months of the evaluation period, but he still evaluated her. So, and in addition to that, the city manager was not here at that time during the evaluation period. So I based the scoring on the 4 commissioners that did evaluate.
Okay, thank you.
And lastly, we have discussion and direction to consider incorporating the city clerk's self-evaluation into the upcoming evaluation cycle.
I don't know if we need a formal vote on that. I think it more was a consensus that we would allow the city clerk to do a self-evaluation, and then we would do our own evaluation. That would give us some ideas or thoughts of how the clerk see her own performance. I think most places that I've worked with, especially management, have had staff do self-evaluation. That's just a thought. Don't have to occur, but that's a thought.
So,
go ahead.
And it don't account in the score. She can't evaluate herself extremely high and pad the score. It's for our picture and her picture of where she's at or where she feels she's at.
So just to add to that, the ordinance did not, and the evaluation tool did not request that the clerk provide any input towards her evaluation.
Not this last evaluation, we're talking about the upcoming evaluation. We're discussing whether or not we would like to see that's done, and it may not even occur. As now it's open for discussion for us to decide if we feel that's a good idea or is it not.
Okay.
Right.
As well as any goals, because I know at the last meeting, Commissioner Williams suggested that the clerk provide goals, as well as the goals from the commissioners for her.
I personally don't understand why we need to take that into consideration for her evaluation. I mean, it's one thing if she has some goals set for herself, but why are we, taking time to have that come into play when we're doing her evaluation?
Okay, what happened previously, this was put on the agenda as a future agenda item based on a commission recommendation. To get it on the agenda, we have to all vote on it, and if the majority think it should at least be on the agenda for discussion, we'll put it on there. It's not saying that it's gonna occur. That's why we're having a discussion now and the consideration of whether or not we wanna do this. This is not unusual to me to have a self-evaluation, but everybody may not agree to that, and that's fine. That's no problem with that. That's where we are, and that's why it was on the agenda. I think Commissioner Kyler Williams brought it for a future agenda item, and that's why it's here now for discussion or deliberation of whether or not we feel we want to move forward with it.
Well, I would just like to say that we all have, I know even on my job, before I'm evaluated, we have to set goals for the beginning of the year for ourselves. And then our principal comes in and we're evaluated. They have an evaluation tool that they use as well. And I just think there should be some type of a self-evaluation goal so you know what you're working towards, you know what your weaknesses are on the job, and so based on the evaluation tool, we wouldn't be evaluating the clerk on something that she's not doing. We will be basically evaluating her, and we're still gonna evaluate her, but she can also look at goals that she has set for herself to see how she's doing, throughout the year. So you have something to look forward to.
May I, just for clarification, I thought the purpose of allowing her to do a self-evaluation, so if there's like particular trainings or different things that when we're doing the evaluation that we're not aware of, that information can be presented to us and we can include that in the evaluation. That was my understanding of the purpose of the evaluation. So if she had like some training, things that she went to improve her skills or whatever, to be more effective in the workplace, we wouldn't be aware of a lot of those things if we're doing the evaluation. And I thought that was to give her an opportunity to present those type of things to us.
You done?
Yes.
So you still, to me, the way I'm perceiving what you all are saying, that you're gonna use her self-evaluation.
No. My
Why do
point-
we care then? I mean, to me, I don't feel like I need to know what her perception of her performance is.
My point was, say if she did some type of training that was related to her particular job. If I'm doing that evaluation, if I'm not aware of that, I couldn't include
Certainly,
that.
you would ask if,
I
you know,
would
does she
maybe rate
have
her
any
a different-
trainings that, you know, she want to provide.
But when we're doing the evaluation, we don't have that one-on-one training. We probably can pick up the phone and call and ask. But I think that was just my understanding. I didn't make the proposal, but that was my understanding of it. That's my 2 cents.
Okay. What we'll do, we'll just vote up and down whether or not we'd like to include a self-evaluation from the city clerk, and just move forward. Again, it doesn't interfere with how we would rate her, but it gives us a picture of how she see herself and some things that we may haven't even noticed is there that may just help. I don't know. But I know that self-evaluation is not unusual. That's something that does occur, and if you Google, you know, what is the purpose of self-evaluation, of the pluses or minuses or pros or cons, it will probably give you some insight of why self-evaluation are done. So either way, it doesn't, like I say, it wouldn't matter one way or the other. But it was brought by commission, and I think it made it to the agenda, and now we will vote if it get the support to be considered as something we would like to have done. And since Commissioner Cowell, you made the suggestion to have this on, you can maybe make a motion to have it added, and if you get a second, then we'll vote on it. If not, then it just wouldn't move forward.
Okay. Mayor Bab, I move that we have the clerk to incorporate a self-evaluation in this next evaluation cycle.
Okay, are there a second on that?
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Commissioner Cowers Williams and properly second by Commissioner Mike Pearson that we have at our next, we have the clerk do a self-evaluation during her next evaluation cycle. Call for questions.
Yes, I still want further clarification. What is the purpose of it before I actually vote on it?
That's my whole point.
No, I'm asking
The purpose for me is that if she do a self-evaluation, and when we go to do her evaluation and she provide us with a copy of the self-evaluation that she's done based on the tool, which we're gonna still do our evaluation as well, and any information that we may not be pertinent to when we're doing the evaluation, it will be available to us in her self-evaluation that she has, what she has done throughout the year. Those are my thoughts on it.
And I say it just as a tool. she would give this evaluation. If approved, the commission would have it forehand, and it just giving you a guide on how she see herself. You don't have to agree with it. You look at it, you see this was the way she see herself. That's fine. You agree with it, you don't agree with it. You incorporate some of what she got in hers. Maybe you don't incorporate anything. It's just up to you how you prefer to use it.
So the whole way you keep saying that, the tool and incorporate, to me, you're expecting us to use her self-evaluation to complete.
No, I just
an
not say
evaluation.
no. I'm not asking you to use it. You can use it if you see.
That's what you
some
just
use.
said.
But it doesn't
You
matter.
interpret
It
that
doesn't
is
matter
what
to
I
me
say.
how she see herself.
That's
It's how
what you
I
just
see her
said.
is what matters to me.
He's talking.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how she sees herself. You know, and I'm only going to judge her by how I see her.
Okay.
So it don't make sense to me. But go ahead.
Okay. Any additional questions? Hearing none, are you ready for a vote? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Calvin Williams?
Yes.
Commissioner McPherson?
Yes.
Commissioner Scott?
No.
Vice Mayor McDonald?
No.
Mayor Bab?
Yes. Motion passed by majority, 3-2 vote. And all this is doing is allowing the city clerk to do a self-evaluation to share with the commission, to use however they feel is necessary and however they feel is useful. Okay, next we're moving to the mayor's report, and it will be brief. We had a Juneteenth celebration this week that was well attended. I would like to thank staff, Ms. Boulay, who was kind of the spearhead over it as the Economic Development Director, our city manager, and everybody who worked on that, the students. We had a panelist of former Commissioner Allie Biggs, former Commissioner Benny Everett III, along with former Pastor Patricia Wallace. And those was some great comments and some insight. The student participated well, just a great event. I know at the last commission meeting, it was initially said that this wasn't gonna occur. We immediately say we're gonna do something for Juneteenth. And the reason behind it was they passed some type of legislation that you can't use tax dollars to fund any type of program like this in the future, and that take effect next year. They're really trying to, again, remove our history and anything they can do. But this doesn't cost very much. We can get sponsors, so sponsor is needed. I believe, if I'm mistaken, how much does this event cost the city, if it costs anything?
Nothing.
So it doesn't really cost anything. In the future, if we do something that costs, we can get sponsored, just like we get sponsored for the 4th of July and other celebration. We can certainly get a sponsor for this event. So we're going to be having things like this in the future. And I'd just like to share, and I think most of you already have it, is in the back of all the events that we have, upcoming events and previous events that we have. So I'm just encouraging the residents, to take part in these events because they are for you and they are for your participation. So that will conclude my report. Next, we'll have the report of the city manager.
The first item on my report is the 4th on the marina, and there are flowers in the back as well. This is the city's 4th of July celebration event. It is planned for a family fun. It is a family fun event that will be held on the marina, and the purpose is to bring back the old time 4th of July events that have been traditionally held in the city of Pahokee. The event will start at 12 o'clock noon, and fireworks will start at 9 p.m. We ask that you bring your tents so that you can set up the food trucks and lots of games and fun for youth and adults, including bounce houses will be presented and many games and prizes. We need everyone to come out. Encourage your neighbors, your friend, and your church members to come out as well to celebrate on the marina. The next, excuse me. The next item is the update from Becker, which is our City of Pahokee lobbyist. The 2026 legislative sessions concluded with 237 bills. The legislatures ultimately approved a $114.5 million budget. The budget priorities were education, public safety, and workforce investment. To resolve, the next item is to resolve outstanding issues. Lawmakers convened 3 special sessions. Session D was on congressional redistricting. Section E was on the state budget, and Session F was on the property tax reform. Pahokee's restoration project, demucking and backfilling for sustainable park design, Phase 1. Sponsors were Representative Meg Weinberger and Senator Gail Harrell. The amount requested was $950,000. The amount funded was $950,000. And the next on our list is to mark your calendars for the city's upcoming activities. July 4th, 2026 will be held on July 4th on the marina. And August 8th, 2026 is the Bike to School Bash. So please mark your calendar and share the information. Staff will present the following items for the July 14, 2026 commission meeting. A list of capital improvement options for the commissioners to select for the 2027 appropriation budget. We will start preparations for the appropriations starting in July. In 2026 legislative session updates from Senator Harrell and Representative Weinberger. They were contacted today to see if they would come and present the end of session report to the city, as well as the presentation are presenting the selection for the IT representative for the city. So that concludes my report.
I have a question. Ms. Bright, the community asked me to ask on the 4th, are they gonna be able to barbecue, cook up there?
Yes, you will bring your own grills. It's
tent.
being
You
open.
said I know you said tent, you didn't never say grill, that's why I
Yeah,
asked. Okay.
it is on there. It's set up like the old-fashioned time. So you can bring your barbecue grills, bring your tents, bring your entire family and set up so you can have fun for the day.
Okay, I just put it out there.
Do they need the RSVP for spot city manager, or where everybody?
You
just sit up
can
wherever they want to
RSVP. That is on the flyer in the back so that you can have prime spot, if you will. But you can just come up and bring. There is a setup time as well. If you're setting up your tent and your grills and all, you need to be set up by 11:45. And there are also links on the website so that you can scan and RSVP.
Okay, next we have report of the city attorney, if any.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Just following up on one of the things that you mentioned a little bit earlier, there was a bill that was signed by Governor DeSantis not long ago. It was just days ago, and it was related to Senate Bill 1134. And it's not just events, but I just want the commission to know, I did let you all know when it was in the works, and I mentioned it, but it has passed, and it's a pretty expansive bill. And from a municipal law perspective, Senate Bill 1134 is one of the most consequential local government preemption laws that's been enacted in recent years, because it affects not only budgeting decisions, but also personnel policies, training programs, grant administration, public events, contracting practices, and official governmental communications in terms of what you can say. It does go into effect, as the mayor mentioned, January 1, 2027. And this, the city must take any official action related to, you cannot take any official action related to diversity, equity, and inclusion. This includes, but it's not limited to, adopting or enforcing ordinances, resolutions, rules, regulations, programs, policies related to DEI, continuing the implementation of any existing DEI-related ordinances, resolutions, rules, and so forth. Note the city code does need to be reviewed, and I'll do this with the manager, and make sure that there are no sections that relate to DEI. It must be eliminated, and if not necessarily eliminated, it's not in effect. Already the State of Florida Office of Supplier Diversity has been eliminated and replaced by the Office of Supplier Development. The city must ensure that its funds are not used directly or indirectly by employees, contractors, volunteers, vendors, agents to promote diversity, equity, inclusion. There are a few, I could go on, it's quite a lengthy bill, but I will just say that in terms of events, as the mayor mentioned, if it is a national holiday or state holiday or something like that that's recognized, like MLK Day, that would be allowable. There are some other nuance type issues that could be considered as well, and as those things come up, I'll talk to you about it. There's a big conference coming up with the municipal attorneys, and I'm sure we'll be just sort of all talking about how far, you know, we can go, or how we can read this so that nobody's left out there, hopefully acting alone. But we're interpreting it all in a similar way. So I will look at these issues, and it also relates to ethnicity and sex and gender identity, sexual orientation. All of these things are included, and so it's a pretty expansive bill, and we'll be talking about it more. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for really bringing it to our attention that that bill would take effect January and not this current term here, because we would have probably been hesitant to even have the program. But like I say, as long as it's not promoting or funding from our budget, we should be able to hope. But then we'd say state and federal holidays in a way.
Like Juneteenth would have been fine
that would
under,
have,
you know, unless they abolish,
Right.
the federal government abolishes Juneteenth. But right now, as it stands, that would have been just fine. So,
Thank you. Next is future agenda items of the commissioners, if any, and we mentioned previously in our last commission meeting, we do have quite a few things we already have on the table, so we don't want to just be too burdened at this point to some of those kind of address. But you have the opportunity, so I just kind of mentioned that. And I'll start again with Commissioner Scott.
Yeah, I hate to beat the dead horse. I really do disagree with this future agenda item. And I'm just going to say this for the last time. Why? Because everyone else can put whatever they want on the agenda, and they don't have to vote on it. But we, the commission, we have to vote on whether one of us can add something to the agenda. The attorney can call, the city clerk can call, anyone in the audience can call and have something put on the agenda to call the city manager, oh, I'd like to be put on the agenda. It's okay. But if I want something put on the agenda, I got to wait till you guys vote to see can I put some on the agenda. I'm saying that's why I always be against that. But here's my thing. I'm moving on. But And the reason I don't really add nothing to the agenda, because everything that I ever put on the agenda, even some of the other commissioners, it come back, we vote on it, and nothing get done. Like, I know a commissioner asked for the final bill on Barfield Highway. We never got it. I know that commissioner asked for the money from the MUX tablet. We never heard nothing about it. And I asked personally, some of the things I asked for to change the names on the streets, the Banks, Bolden, Green, and we voted on it, and nothing ever happened. I asked that all vehicles have city logos on them, not one added to it. And I asked to have a mural put on the gym of Recording William and Xavier and Jardell. It haven't happened. So that's the reason I kind of don't like asking, because we go through the motion, and I call it happy talk, because ain't nothing happening.
Let me ask.
And that's not on That's not on you, because you wasn't here. I'm just saying in general.
Okay.
No,
I wanted to get that clarified.
No,
I know some of the things.
I know
Okay.
she wasn't here when
Right.
that went on. I'm just telling you why I don't really ask, because there's a lot of stuff we'd already voted on. The commission voted on it, it passed, and that's it. No. I'm done.
Commissioner Williams.
I don't have any.
Thank you, ma'am. Commissioner Vice Mayor McDonald.
So I just do have some follow-up items as well. Not that I want to have it put on as future agenda items, but I know last meeting we talked about the advisory boards that we have currently, and also suggested that we add a finance advisory board. There is a list of a sheet back there that has all of the advisory boards that we do currently have, but are they active? Is the question, because I was told recently that this person is on an advisory board and they haven't met in over a year. So if we have advisory boards, then who's regulating or overseeing these boards to make sure that they're active and working the way that they're supposed to? It makes no sense to have an advisory board if they're not operating the way that they should be. And I know we can update the list to add one, or two or three, or however many we need with regards to the city's operations, so that we can ensure that we have these boards in place to advise and provide guidance and direction, suggestions, or whatever it is that they can provide. That's that one thing. And also, we voted on Business of the Month. That's not happening. I don't know where we dropped the ball at, but these things are discussed in the meetings, and as Commissioner Scott said, we vote on these things, and who's holding us accountable, or who is providing accountability to ensure that the things that we vote on are actually carried out. I also brought up about our civility pledge, and was told that we already have one. Okay, how about let's make sure that it's visible, that it's read into the minutes every meeting, so that we know what it is we're expecting of ourselves, as well as our citizens that attend our meetings. So those are just things that I would throw out for consideration.
Okay, thank you. And Commissioner McPherson, you have anything?
No, I don't have any future agenda item, but I just have a comment. I think in all fairness, I know a lot of this stuff may have been requested before Ms. Bryant, but I think we need to just, do our due diligence to get those things right before her, so she can take a look at them. I think all of these, matter of fact, most all of them were done 2 city managers ago. Some of them have been, but in all fairness, I just think I just need to make sure that we're clear on that on the record. There's no reflection on Ms. Bryant.
Okay.
I think Mr. Scott said that also.
Right.
Yeah, that's not my
Yeah,
intent
I
either.
know. I understand. No problem.
Next on the agenda is the commissioner's comments for the good of the order, and I'll start with Commissioner McPherson and work himself this way to the right.
Yes, just want to thank you guys again, the staff that put on the Juneteenth event. It was very informative, and what I did enjoy about it, we had some young people that really spoke and talked and understood what the meaning of Juneteenth which really was, because we have sometimes we holler Juneteenth, but do we really understand the significance of it? And they spoke earlier in the on that particular item and did a great, wonderful job. And I want to thank those young people for coming out and participating in those type of things. And other than that, I love you all, and ain't nothing that you can do about it.
I would just like to thank everyone for coming out. We had a large crowd in here this day. We had a lot of agents that come in. I want to just thank everyone for being here and for being well behaved. The talk was really at a minimum. We had a productive meeting, I'll put it that way, and it's more so to you. So thank you, Commissioner McDonough, Vice Mayor.
The only thing that I would remind you all of is that on Thursday, GTAC is conducting their monthly meeting at the City of South Bay City Hall, starting at 9:30, I believe. And they do bring a bunch of information that is beneficial to our communities. So if you're not doing anything and you're available, you can certainly come out and join in the meeting and gather some information for yourself and for your neighbor as well.
Commissioner Williams.
Good evening. I would just like to say thanks to all the residents that are here tonight, that's listening, and that's also here in person. I just want to also say thank you to everyone that poured their hard work into Juneteenth. I want to say thank you to all the city staff and all of the young people. And I also want to say I attended Harvest on Sunday. They had a beautiful graduation for their all their graduates from pre-K to college. And I just want to say that Harvest did a great job in recognizing their young people and all of their graduates. And I want to say to them, keep up the good work, and let's continue to lift up our young people and continue to support them in their endeavors and whatever it is that we can do. And just know and understand, the city can't do it all, but if we all pull together, and do what it is that we can do, everything we do doesn't have to come from the city. You can be a sponsor. I can be a sponsor. We all can be sponsors to support each other. The city don't have all the money and all the decisions, but if we pull together, I think we can support each other in this community if we continue to be positive and uplift each other and do what we can for each other, not tear our city down, say negative things about our city, because believe it or not, we do get phone calls and they said, you know what? I enjoy watching your meetings now. You guys have very productive meetings. You're very professional. And I want to say thank you to the city manager and this commission for the professionalism and the meetings that we are having, and that everyone, believe it or not, they will call the commission and let them know you guys are being very productive now. And I want to say thank you, and I appreciate that. And I enjoy working with you all, and I enjoy being your commissioner. And I want to say to the community as well, thank you for your positive comments. Thank you for your continued support, and just continue to support us and lift us up as we continue this journey as uplifting our city and moving our city forward. Thank you, and have a good night.
Commissioner Scott.
Oh, I think Ms. Collins just listen. Good night. Thank you for coming out.
City Commission.
Mayor Babb.
She skipped over a public comment.
Yes, Mayor Babb, you
skipped
go ahead.
You skipped over public comment.
Huh?
Just
Okay.
Go ahead, Commissioner.
Yes. I'm sorry.
I just want to encourage the residents, the boards that are out there, they're vacant, because we need our residents to participate to help us move our city forward. We have a couple of boards that are active, but there's a lot of boards that are vacant, and we solicit your help to get on those boards to help to lead our city forward. Your input is much needed. Thank you.
Thank you. City Clerk, at this time, do we have any service comments cards completed?
Yes, sir. We have a total of 2. The first one is Dr. Rudolph Tinker, sorry.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
I figured the last time I came late, they didn't let me speak. This time I came 20 minutes early and they skipped the public.
It almost did it, yeah.
I'm happy she got it. Anyway, hello, City Pahokee, and I love you guys sign, Progress Pahokee. I'm Dr. Rudolph Tinker, I'm running for Palm Beach County Commission District 6. I used to teach out here way back when, in 2007, 8, and 9 at Pahokee High, which I enjoyed those days, teaching at that Pahokee High Middle School at that time. I currently teach at Palm Beach State. I just wanted to say something in reference to the librarian that was here, and he mentioned something about property tax. I really want you guys, as all the commissioners, to ensure that you do your due diligence and you understand the ramification of property tax, the pros and the cons of it. So you can educate yourself on it and educate your residents on it so they make the right decision. Because it's not all gloom and doom, as a lot of people are saying to it. And one of the main questions you want to ask yourself is, what happens when the county takes your property? Where are they going to send the homeowner? Make sure you ask yourself that question, because I buy them all the time, the tax deed and the tax certificate sale, and it's a pretty sad end result. On the other hand, I had another, this is a question, you can probably answer this after my 3 minutes are up. The literature in the back table, you can't put a political card in the back table, because I rest my card back there and the lady removed it saying I couldn't have it back there. So just curious about that, since this is a public building and a public place, putting a card back there, I was just curious because it was removed. And Meg Weinberger card was able to be back there, and she's actually running for office. So just curious about that. If there's a law, a policy that says you can't rest a card on the back of the table.
City Attorney, could you maybe address that for us?
Off the top of my head, I don't know of anything in the ordinances. It may just be the city's policy that they just typically have not allowed campaign literature in the commission meetings. I don't know. The clerk may have a better idea.
I'll circle back on that.
Also, she'll find out.
That's what she said.
All right, because in the interim, the cards were removed from the table, so I was just curious of that. Anyway, in the end, listen, second meeting, I looked at some online, enjoyed hearing you guys talk. You might not agree on the same thing, but it seems like everybody wants the city to move forward. And I like to talk things into the future, so when I win this election in November, I look forward to working with you guys and bringing whatever you need to Pahokee. Okay, I'm willing to go to the bat and bring whatever you need for this city to make it great and push the progress of Pahokee forward. All right, thank you.
Thank you now.
The last comment card is for Mr. John Wilson.
Good afternoon to all the city managers, that we all have one, commissioners, vice mayors, and citizens. My name is John Wilson. My address is 445 Elon Avenue, South Bay, Florida. I'm trying to talk fast because I only have 3 minutes to speak. But I want y'all to know that you're sitting on a gold mine. Pahokee is a diamond in the rough. All developers that I deal with and people that got money wants to come to Pahokee. I bought Eddie Levert here. We was ready to do the Choice Hotel. We identified the land. The only thing we needed was the feasibility study, which cost $5,000. Mr. Eddie Levert made sure that's all we needed. No money, no nothing. Tammy took it and ran with it. She was already getting ready for us to come back with the feasibility study and start building a hotel. But she's no longer here. But I'm not here tonight, I just want to talk about what occurred with me. I talked with your city manager, and she said she was busy, and she couldn't answer phone calls. I talked with, this is the second time I talked with her. I've never seen a city that needs so much to have a city manager do not have time to talk with developers and investors. It's a shame. You can't be that busy. Now, Ms. Buckley, if she'd had the time to be here today, you'd seen a hotel going up, but she was not here. We was able to work with her, developers was able to work with her, but the new city manager you got, she's too busy to answer phone calls. And that's ridiculous. I not only have bought Mr. Eddie Levert here, I bought other investors here as well. I have right now investors that want to take the Parker building, renovate it, so you can bring your people back to live. But I can't get it done by myself. And the reason why I'm here tonight is because I don't have to be here, but I have a love for the people of the Glades, South Bay, Belle Glade, and Pahokee. I love them all. But I like to say this before I leave. I know my time is up.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. We have to be.
The city manager,
listen,
the city manager said I threatened her. I need to address her.
Sir,
now. I
at this
threatened her.
time, the 3 minutes, we have to be consistent, and
So
that's
when
what I'm
y'all
trying to
tell me
do.
how I threatened her, my name is at stake. My name. How could she say I threatened her?
City
Tell me
Clerk,
that.
do we have any additional comments?
No, sir, that is all.
Thank you. City Commissioners, having successfully taken care of all of our agenda items, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Mayor Bab, I move that we adjourn the meeting.
Second.
It is moved in second. Call for question, hearing none. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Calvin Williams?
Yes.
Commissioner McPherson?
Yes.
Commissioner Scott?
Yes.
Vice Mayor McDonald?
Yes.
Mayor Bab?
Yes. Thank you. Meeting adjourned at 7:59 p.m.
I did not threaten her.